Hi there, happy Tuesday. Okay, so today I'm coming to you with a plea, like maybe a challenge, maybe a something. I'm coming to you, our topic today is all talking about mind reading and how it's time for us to just stop doing it. My goodness, it causes so much turmoil. It causes so much confusion, so much wasted time, so much wasted energy and frustration, and it's exhausting. It's absolutely exhausting. So can we please just stop with the mind reading BS, right? If I had $1 for every time I had to say to a client, you know that thing you're asking me? There's only one person in the world that knows the answer to the question, and it's not me. It's the person you're talking about. Turn right around and go ask them because they are literally the only person that knows the answer to this question. So here's some examples of this. Something like, I want to ask somebody for a favor, but then, I think, oh, well, if I ask them for this, then they'll say this, or they'll say no, or they'll say da. And so then I don't ask. And it's like making sure you're listening to yourself. The reason question marks exist, the purpose of a question is to find out an unknown answer. If you already knew the answer, you wouldn't be asking a question. So let's stop the mind reading BS. And if you want to ask someone something, just clearly and respectfully ask them. And then you will know with 100% surety what their answer is going to be without having to do the whole games inside of your head of trying to figure out back and forth and then maybe coming to the point where you're just not going to ask them. And then you resent them for saying no to you, even though you never asked the question to begin with for them to say no to, so they didn't, right? It's just so confusing. So please, if you're curious about something, go find the person that has the answer to your question and just ask it in a respectful, calm manner. Just ask the darn question from the only person that has the answer instead of asking everybody around you what you think they should, or what they think you should be thinking about something else's thoughts. Stop it. Just stop it. So that's one end of the mind reading that is so incredibly dangerous. If you want to know something, just ask. Stop reading other people's minds before you interact with them. Just interact with them with an open mind and a caring heart, and the reaction will be what you get. If you're going in with the anticipation of they cannot be mad, they cannot be sad, they cannot be upset, well then your goal is on the wrong thing. It's towards controlling someone else's emotions. Hear me. When you are mind reading, you are trying to control another person. You're trying to come up with verbiage that has them give you the answer that you want. You're trying to come up with the way to approach them that manufactures a particular mood in them and not giving them the autonomy and the free will to be able to accept it the way they want to. So when your goal is on, the mood of another person or the answer of another person, then it's just too much. Like, just stop. You don't have control over that. All you have control over is the way in which you interact with other people. Only they have control over the way that they respond to that. So please, stop the mind reading. Just be clear and kind. And then play it by ear. Whatever the answer is, then you get to move on from that step. Second way that mind reading is so incredibly dangerous is when some people decide to require that other people read their minds. They zip it and then get ticked off when people don't magically come to their aid. They sit there in their harumph and they say, you know me good enough. You should know to come to me and do this thing. You should know I'm suffering and you should know what to do about it, and you should just do it without me asking. You should. Now I'm just going to sit here and harumph and I'm going to be mad at you until you give me what I need, even though I didn't ask for it. My goodness, how incredibly selfish and mean is that? Stop requiring that other people read your mind. I don't care how well they know you. That has nothing to do with anything. The amount that someone cares for you or knows you is not necessarily represented in your opinion of the actions they should be taking. They might be showing you care in different ways that are just different than yours. And so guess what that gets to do? You get to ask them questions and find out who they are. You get to say, oh my goodness, like, what are your ways of showing care? Like, please stop requiring that other people do your work for you. If you need something, if you are in aid and you need something from someone, just ask. If you are struggling and you need something, just ask. And if you don't want to ask, that's okay too, but you cannot get mad at someone else for not reading your mind. It is not a legitimate reason to be mad at someone. You should never get upset with someone because they did not read your mind or automatically magically do something that was inside of your head but never came out of your mouth. If it never came out of your mouth, you can't expect it to happen. So stop it. If you want to know what someone else is thinking, ask them. If you want someone to think something, tell them. That's it. It's super easy, guys. It is super easy. Stop being mean to the people in your life by either reading their mind or requiring they read yours. Be nice, be kind, ask the question, be super clear, set them up for success. If you want something from them, ask them so that they can give it to you and then you can both be happy. The answer to the unasked question is always no. So stop being mad at people when they don't do things for you that you didn't ask for. I know now I'm just ranting and I don't care because this one is particularly harmful in relationships. So we all just need to stop. Stop the mind reading. Stop the mind reading. Stop the mind reading. Share this with who you know needs to hear it. Oh, we all have them. We all have them. Share this with the people that need to hear this. Ask me your questions. Give me your yeah buts. Yeah, but Nancy, you don't understand this one. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give me your problems. Give me your questions. Come on in. Come on into here and let me help you by knowing, if you have a question for me, if you're watching this and you want me to know something that's totally different about you, or if you have a question for me, yeah, but Nancy, you don't understand this one, guess what? Can't answer your question if you don't ask it. So ask it, reach out, email me, comment, do all the things. And I'm just going to do it. Go ahead, doing the subscribe and share and all those things, because the wider this message gets, the less turmoil and frustrations and all of those things will be had in relationships. So join the revolution and stop mind reading and stop requiring other people to mind read you. Oh yeah, now I'm getting giddy, so it's time to go. I will see you next week. Bye.